Hey, Ryan. Huh. How are you? Happy Friday. All right, let's go. Damn, it's patching. Thank you. Did anything interesting recently? It's updating, so it's gonna take a while. No? Okay, I think it's. Okay, I think we can play. Apparently, there will be a Re-Zero panel at Comic Fiesta. Takashi Rie will be there. Does that mean you're going to go? No, I haven't started because they needed to update. Quite likely they didn't didn't state which day though, so most likely will buy both day passes. Ha! I bet that was all part of the plan, ain't it? It's starting. Well, I click start, but nothing's happening, so. I really should. Ugh, I really should market myself more. Alex replied to my story and said, "You got a YouTube?" Oh man.
Have returned to me. Weeks mean nothing in the maw forever. I never left your side.
Oh, I got use from here.
Ah, that's good. Okay. I see you have returned to me. Weeks mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your side. Would be funny if they mentioned and just one day sold out. But I think everybody can join, no? I mean, it's an open panel. There's a Takahashi Rie will be at Comic Fiesta. I actually don't know who that is. Who is that, Ryan? Okay, I got no choice. Make me forget. I was actually kind of like pleasantly surprised that we start from here because I was very afraid. Because the game just kind of crashed.
Oh.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh, wow. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Mm.
You're here to slay her.
Silently continue to the cabin. I really don't know what would we
Make your
do.
way up the short path to the cabin. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will cheat. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Voice of Amelia. Oh, I've never played ReZero. Megumun from Kono Suba. Hoshino Ai from Oshinoko. Sorry, I don't know any of that. Oh, you can. Okay, yeah. Thank you for letting me know. I'm too loud, right? Okay. How's that?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture, the blade, is your implement.
I think we should go the nice route. I think. I don't know. Unless everything is just...
The door to the basement creaks up. Her voice softly carries.
Hello?
Is hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you.
Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I really don't know what to do at this point. Okay, sorry, hang on. I have to do social media shit. Okay.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Hello, ladies and chat. Happy Friday. Hope you're all staying safe and have a wonderful day. I'm from Sky. And also a friend, pleased to meet you. Hey, Carl! Are you staying or are you, like, leaving alert? Because it kind of sounds like you're leaving. But also, thank you for dropping by and saying hi. I really appreciate it. Happy Friday to you, too.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Let's talk a bit first. Okay, hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Okay. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Oh, you're interested in the game? You don't know the premise. The premise is slay the princess, Carl. Yeah, it's a love story. So, is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
I've been playing.
Sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I would admit, Carl, it's a very interesting game. Understand if you don't want to stay because you don't want spoilers. And I would say go in blind. Very worth it. I think it's like Fran Brown or Little Misfortune kind of game. I think so far a few people have compared it to Stanley Parable, and I would sort of agree. Okay, I'm kind of curious. Yeah, how does she eat and drink down here? If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? Like a fourth wall breaking type of game. Yeah.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Okay, you don't mind spoilers? Cool. So, just to like give like the premise of the game. Basically, you are sent here to slay the princess, and the narrator is convincing you to slay her, and the voice of the hero is just kind of like the devil's advocate, like trying, like the narrator is telling you to do this, but then the voice of the hero is like, why though? And you formulate your own thoughts as well, and then you just kind of go like, well, do I need to slay her? Do I rescue her? Like it's quite interesting. It's kind of a bit investigative, really.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Slay, yes, queen, or slay, kill. Yeah, exactly.
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement. Is someone else here?
You can call me Coral. Coral. Carl. Came from The Walking Dead. Oh, okay. And Skies Online Fire and played games with him, specifically Minecraft from the Philippines. Hey! Pleased to meet you too. Hi, BT. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? Pleasure to have you here, Carl. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday.
You try the door, but it's... Your shouts and pleas. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken. Easier for who? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh my
hesitates
God.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone,
Oh,
a
shit.
sound comes from behind you. the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
won't
that
like
never
what
gets
happens
old.
if you do that.
Yeah, I'm curious, what is it do you specialize? Are you studying to go into medicine, or are you already working or doing your residency, Carl? Save the princess.
Fine.
That's so interesting. We weren't given a choice. It's just save the princess.
Against your better judgment,
Ugh.
place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I can't unhear the pipe clang meme when the shackle drop. I'm already a doctor. I am soon to specialize in pathology. Yo! Congratulations! Wait, you're already a doctor, not just become a doctor. But you're soon to specialize in pathology. Ayo! Is there anything specific in pathology that interests you? Like why choose pathology? Also, Aldo, you're free! Congratulations! May the shekels fall from your hands and you get to fly and drink all the caffeine in the world.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp,
Ugh.
and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
I think
So
she
much as
found
utter
in
a
that fire.
sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Sure, lady. Let's go. Approach the locked door. Causative agents or diseases, how and why it happens. I'm more interested in the microscopio and the minute of the world diseases. How do you feel when COVID
We won't have
happened?
any of that. The stakes are too high.
Lady,
You
hella
can't just let
creepy.
her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom... Wait, this is... Watch me.
What are you doing?
Should I slay her? We did warn her last time. Let's try and slay her.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the
She
end.
is cute. Look at her big eyes.
You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged
Man.
form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
COVID sucks, to be honest. Missed opportunities to study. That's true. It's over.
You're on a path, you're here.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Voice of opportunities. This is a new voice. Hey Hackathon, how's the game? Exploring different outcomes.
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. Bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
New voice. Oh yeah, we did. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Yes, we have a new video up in our YouTube of Dark Fox and I doing our vacationing in Hokkaido. I did share some of the Google locations in case you guys do want to check out Hokkaido and some of the places that we visited as well. So, yes. Vacay. Ha ha ha. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this did already happen. Why should I listen to you, and why should I even bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. Can't blame us for weighing our options. I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Okay, I don't really know. Okay, proceed to the cabin. Okay, this time I'm gonna pick up the
She will lie. Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Okay, I think this time we're gonna take the knife. Right. Oh!
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Okay, approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Hi, Ryan Rios. Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Okay. Hey. All the best,
The door
Ryan
to the
Rios.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's nice to hear. When do you know when you get confirmed?
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared.
Oh,
I
all the
probably
best.
will fight. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Monday interview, hope it goes smooth, by the way. How was your day? Just driving and watching your vlog, so sweet to my heart melted. Aww, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Monday interview. Oh, okay. Are you feeling nervous? I don't know. Interviews are always scary, but all the best. 加油. I hope it goes smooth too. My day was alright. Tiring, but good. I managed to do some work, and now we are just chilling here with Slay the Princess with you guys.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
You're the boss.
Thank you.
Whoa.
You descend the basement steps.
Whoa, she looked like a
entering the dark
monster.
room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
Yeah, how would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
She looked damn cute though.
Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Look, I know. Things got messy last time. But I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Time to kill her.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
There can only be one
As
monster.
do I. I abstain. You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course, you toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist.
I'm determined to figure out this mystery.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
We sure think alike, though. I can promise you that whatever opportunities say next, you better make it count. However you say, okay.
What do you think happens now?
That's up to you, is why I give you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it now, so now choose. So now it's your turn to choose. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't really. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. Okay. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
No.
What? No, come on, that's not right. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
Hurt people, hurt people.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Bite her neck. I did. Tell you to play the monster. The thorn. She cared.
You're
Yeah.
on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed
Hey!
us.
The forest looks different now. Yeah, she cares, right, Ryan? Like, something is bigger than
I
this.
told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
The simp guy is back.
Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me
Ooh,
more.
four voices now.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
Voice of Smitten. Oh my god, that emo is so cute.
I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Schizophrenia Premium.
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey
To love.
She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death.
No, she regretted after stabbing us to death.
Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. So maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence.
Uh-huh.
You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now? Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice.
We've died a lot of times.
Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Okay. Let's save this. Because there was actually one part. I actually got the voice of depression or something like that, but I didn't save the game, so we lost that run. So this place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which in turn likely means her influence is spreading.
Or maybe we are awakening something in her, and this could be a change for the better.
Someone's in the know.
I don't know. I feel this narrator is sus as hell.
I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her. You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except for thoughts of her.
Okay. I wanted to say what happens if we just leave, but we seem to be quite like all these changes makes me feel interested to just keep going. You sure seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride.
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice. So you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into it.
So many questions. Yeah, the voice actor in this game is really good. His voice is like butter.
I don't care about where we came from, and I don't care to discuss the theory of anything. I yearn only to bring her freedom. I'm here to feel, not to think.
He really sounds like Zach Brannigan. Is it weird that I want to see Aliens play Stanley Parable? I have played it before. I don't remember, but I felt it was just kind of like different outcomes, but they didn't really quite connect everything at the end. So I kind of enjoyed it, but it was a very like a simulator. I would imagine how I never actually played a simulator, but I would imagine it's how a simulator game would be like. At least this one, I really hope everything ties in the end.
Then we can all move on and forget what I said about failure. It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
We're even now. I'm sure she understands that, but we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin.
Yes. Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room.
Give her water.
Huh?
Water.
I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan.
Though I really like the voice actor for Stanley Parable too. There was a lot of condescension, condescending tones in his voice. It was very funny.
Trust in what plan? The Deciders plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself.
Hello to the human beside you, Elise. This is Dark Fox. He be my hubby. Yes. So if you ever hear a disembodied voice or a disembodied, with chat also calls him Mr. Elbow, because ding.
Oh, hello.
Poke poke. Yeah. I believe it's done by 2 people only. That's what I heard. Yes. Calming voice, indeed. Yes. The male developer did the male voice. Is it? Very well done. Hackathon says hi, Mr. Elbow.
Hello.
There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free.
Carl is like, hey, Mr. Elbow, are you humorous? Oh. Hackathon was like, hello there. Oh, fan self in arousal. Mr. Fox, Mr. Elbow. Elbow is like that sexy Mr. Elbow. Clearly, this stream, people don't come here for me. People come here for this hot, sexy thing. And you gotta wiggle the elbow a little bit. Come on, give them some action. Yeah, there you go. You guys got what you came for. Now scram! JK. Lavi Pale, welcome to the stream. How are you today? All male voices are voiced by Jonathan Sims, actually. Oh, Jonathan Sims. What does he do? Oh my god, chat is going wild. Just crop Elisa and zoom in on sexy elbow. No. No. So much for being my stream. Wiggling good. In this economy? Yeah, you guys got a free elbow. Just a little sneak peek. The rest are all found in onlyelbows.com. Hello, Lavi Pill. Welcome to stream. How are you?
If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. And you should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
Okay. Silently proceed to the cabin.
It isn't
Ah.
long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this
It's
point.
so different now. New stream channel, sexy elbow creation. Ah! Did he write this game, Lavi?
I don't know if I'd say everyone.
It does look scary now. Like the trees are bare and there are like thorns around.
You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do.
I'll proceed to the cabin.
The interior of
Whoa.
the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. but beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Okay, bye, Carl. Thank you so much for dropping by.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. Pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Oh.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she?
Oh yeah, Hecatan, you're right. It's brambles. Okay. Thanks, Lavi, for the insight.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
And how is it supposed to work?
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
This is your favorite route? Okay. Let's see what's happening. How do we get down there? The only thing I see is a mirror. Okay. How do we even get down there? The only thing I see is a mirror.
You're right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go, but there isn't a mirror. I still don't get his angle here. Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place, and that's why we haven't yet won her heart. We must put our best face forward. Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance.
Let's go check out this mirror.
So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. It went away when we touched it last time.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and wave your
Oh.
hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough. Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it?
Into the thorns?
Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Enter the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease. At least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I just... I just want to talk. Really talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Proceed down the stairs.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once
Oh,
a vast
no.
open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Yo, the reply is so mean. Yeah, I'm here to laugh. What do you think would happen after you kill me? Do you think I wouldn't hold it against you? I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you let me.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Aww. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Hello, Dark. YouTube. Or yes? The Smitten voice is hilarious. It is. Then maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
She sounded so vulnerable. I'll cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as you make a decision.
Oh my god, opportunist.
I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action.
Oh,
Let's
shut
free
up.
this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now.
Oh
One
my
of
god, the writing is so good.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment
Oh
ends.
no. I just really hate the people who put us here. Or let's just say a curse I did. Ryan is all for Team Kisser. I think I'll remain silent.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
I'm afraid to pick number 2 because she'll be like, yeah, and then she gets all angry and she wants to destroy the world. So maybe not. Yo, girl, you slay. Thank you, King. Hey, Commissar.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Cut into the thorns.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn an innocent like her to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into freedom.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
A little dramatic, don't you think, narrator?
What do we do now?
Oh no.
Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
No. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Maybe I should have picked the one where it says, screw those people that put us here. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
This opportunity's got no mind of his own. I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it. Finally. We're going places.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Have I? Kind of looks the same as before. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, you are at the cabin. I am at the cabin?
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Ooh, so many questions. This is more questions than last time. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Hey, Narison! It's
The
going really good.
wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
She's being to believe.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
This is like Hawkman and Hawkgirl. It's like if you want to be together, it's just at each other's demise. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Hey, Sarvan. How are you doing? I have been well. Hawktwa. Hawkman and Hawkgirl, DC characters, superheroes. It usually goes like the Hawkman or Hawkgirl are always their soulmates basically, but then whenever they find each other, one of them will die.
You will have your rest in due time.
It's the
And I'm
curse.
sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Yeah, it's a sad thing. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Yeah, it do be a sad loop. Yes, this is a game. I don't know how to feel about this game. It feels very sad. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us
I
now.
like that.
Inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet
Oh,
untraveled.
interesting. Okay, that's good because I don't like repetition. So you don't have any preferences on how you like to change to grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know if I want to attack them. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Nothing more sad than really seeing you. Where are y'all at these time? Aww.
We will meet again.
How are you, Sarvan? I presume you've been very busy.
You're
With
on a
family
path
and all that.
In the woods, you're here to slay.
Okay, let's save. Alright, let's just... Oh! Wait.
You make your way up. A warning. She will laugh. Ignore him.
No. Load. No. Load. Loading, yeah. I want to go back. Turn around.
Seriously?
Carly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Being a dad takes more energy than you thought. No, for sure. And you have 2 kids. That's a lot. That's a
being
lot
asked
of
to do here
energy.
is
That's a
wrong.
black hole of
Better
energy.
to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path
Turn around and leave again.
you're really keen on wasting everyone's time.
Carly, go down. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess.
Killing is such a gauche phrasing and completely ignores the bigger picture. Your task is to slay the princess because she's terrible and she's really got it coming to her. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah, well, I guess I'm start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go.
Ooh,
As
another
you
one.
trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Even the music is starting to be kind of creepy. What are we doing here? Fill me up. So the game is called Slay the Princess. And you're just kind of like dropped here and this narrator guy is telling you to slay the princess. So you can either listen to him or rebel against him. It obviously goes deeper than that because it feels very interesting. It's kind of like investigative, like why are we here? Like what can we do to get out of here and stuff like that. So yeah, so far it's been quite interesting.
But as you focus
Yo.
on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction,
Whoa,
there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin,
that's so creepy.
the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
You like this outcome? Yeah, I know. Let's rebel.
Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
The stranger.
You're on a path in the woods,
Oh,
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
it's a new outcome
And
too.
in the
There's like
basement of that cabin is a princess.
it's like some sort of wall at the back there. It's very different from before. You like this outcome because there's infinite houses and therefore infinite coffee you can steal, Aldo.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, if I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods. Forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh, okay, god damn it. More for like infinite princesses I can kill. Okay, that sounds more like Aldo's streak. It is interesting, isn't it, Narison? It's such a simple premise, but then it became way more intricate than I thought it would be. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we
Ooh.
should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
A new voice, a contrarian. Oh.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed to the cabin, why don't we?
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Let's say this is some sort of princess. I don't know why we slaying a princess, but I'm down, let's go. I always love games where you can annoy the narrator. It is very, yeah, it's very fun when they break the fourth wall and then you get to bully the person breaking the fourth wall. That's very interesting. Hey Jackson, happy Friday.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature. Pert, the blade is your implement. You'll need it to...
Sorry. The only furniture of note is a plain table. Its legs all in the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature. Perched on the table is a pristine blade. Okay.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, but when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Yeah, the paralyzed background is interesting.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job.
Yeah, it's
So you're just going
trippy.
to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under
Thank
his
you,
skin,
Ryan.
but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Thank you, Narison.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Approach the mirror. I'm always gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Wipe
Reach
Zamira.
forward and rub your hand against... There
Bless
was a
be you,
mirror a
thank you.
second, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
I like the contrarian. Ooh, should we take the blade? Let's. I don't know. Yeah, take the blade, I guess. Bugger the blade. Don't take the blade. I don't really want to take the blade, but from what we talked to the entity, it seems like we have to go down all paths. We'll enter the basement. See, we would deplete all the options for and without taking the blade. We'll see how it goes.
The door
Whoa.
to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Okay. Trippy.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick,
Ew.
nauseating nothing.
I just love how words just influence you. Looks like something that will pop up in your dream. What dreams have you been having, Narison? I want in. What have you been smoking?
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. Are you here to kill?
Oh god.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Have you not been eating well? You look like you haven't got much down the tummy. Do I look skinnier? I have been like working out more and eating less, but not in like a sickly way. So I will take that as a compliment.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Take the soft stairs to the right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Now this is the kind of stairs I can get by in life. Yes, Eldo, it feels really just like that. Just twirling in the abyss. Smoking random surreal dream ever since you were a kid. I would imagine your dreams are hella cool. You ever turned them into drawings, Narison? It would be kind of cool to see what you've been smoking. I mean, dreaming.
But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet.
I know, it's starting
your
to look like
toes digging
organs.
down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking
Oh,
out
no.
of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole,
Oh, no.
to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going,
Ooh.
but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
I think dreams are such a great place to take inspiration. Unfortunately, my dreams are never that wacky, I think. Yeah. Oh?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only
Interesting.
things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and
No more
longing,
budget.
pain and unfamiliarity.
Pretty much.
And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as
Are you okay?
Oh my god, that scared me. Oh my god.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still The same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Oh, that was creepy. Kid's dream, real manhunt.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Oh, Eldo. That emote very apt. Getting down here was weird. Like, I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
Oh my
Probably stuck down here
God,
forever.
this
aren't
run
we?
is so
There's no
scary.
way out, and barely a way in.
Oh my god. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Oh my god. Okay, this one is very creepy. I don't know if I can take this. I mean, we found you, miss. Now down to business.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left. Until? It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan! Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Oh, wow. Okay. Words of wisdom. I know, right? Not a very likable guy, this narrator. There's more of you now.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
Oh my god, if there's gonna be another her coming out, I'm ready for it.
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
There must be
Okay.
something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, same here, buddy.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We'd always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
Nara, the narrator.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Eh? Why this one, they're like all jumbled up together. I guess because I can't use it anymore. Oh. Oh, because there's 3 of them and therefore there are 3 options, I suppose? And I kind of do want to ask more, not gonna lie. The panic is real, it is. What's your name?
You can call me Princess if you'd like. Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Okay, I think that's all. I think that's all we can duplicate her. So I think this is why this one here. Let's try this one because it has all three. I'm getting you out of here. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Retrieve the blade.
Wait, that's not right. Go on.
Oh my god.
Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Oh my god. Yo.
The blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish.
Oh my god. This one's so creepy. Oh my gosh, look at how the images are moving. It's so cool. We get to slay a princess in 5 fashionable ways. Let's go.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this...
Oh god.
We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say?
Oh god.
I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I
Ugh.
don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Oh my god.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can
Oh
feel them
god.
around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart?
Oh god. Ugh. Soybean, hi. You came at what is such impeccable timing.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly
God.
sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Oh, didn't you?
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
I know, there is it.
Please.
I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. You see what I can't see, yes. Oh god. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
A little bit, yeah. Approach the mirror. Also, Dark Fox and I watched all of Uzumaki. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh my god, I'm getting worse. You've withered. Yo. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You mean better? I look better. It's a game stream. I've made it. Hey, Talk, how are you? See your true self. I am just nothing but an old withered woman. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am
Oh my gosh,
a
you got 3
long
hits.
chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
The sexy elbow has become a sexy shoulder. I've never actually tried attacking her here. I mean, I suppose we can save Scum and find out. Okay, we can save Scum. Okay. I am curious. Attack the entity. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing
My
happens.
roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Alright, okay. You can't be a contradiction because contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Tell that to a mathematician.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Have you heard of Slay the Princess talk? How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I am leaning again towards like I like you more, or I just want all this to stop. Mind filling you in, so basically you're just kind of plop into this game and then you only have two things: slay the princess or not slay the princess. And you have to go down different routes as to, like, this narrator will always insist on you killing the princess, and you're like, can I trust the narrator? Is he a good guy, or should I just, I don't know, form my own opinions and just don't give a shit and try to save the princess? So it's just kind of like this tug of war. And it's a little bit like Stanley Parable, where you venture towards these different outcomes. Can I just lay next to the princess? We did try it the first time. We waited with her, but then nothing happens. Then she's like, okay, I'm gonna kick you out of here. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
You're way too single. But it is, well, the game says it's technically a love story, so we'll see. Let's say both the princess and narrator. I don't know, we can't touch the narrator. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path. You're here.
Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short.
Let's overwrite.
She will love. We're not going to go through with it. Ignore him.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the blade.
Let's take the blade.
You take the... door to the basement creaks open,
I
revealing
actually
a
like the
staircase
little
faintly
detail
illuminated by an unseen
of
light in the
when
room
you do
below.
pick up the blade, the cursor
This
becomes
is an oppressive
like
place.
your hand holding the
The
blade.
air vo-
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock. She's so focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. All right, let's go Sarvin's route. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
You go into this expecting to die, you're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I'm not dropping the knife.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Fine then. I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay or drop the blade.
Slayed it, princess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure as you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor. The princess kneels on your throat.
That was
The
such a
kind
I
of
don't friend you
weight didn't make
response.
her slight frame, but you shouldn't
Yes.
have let that fear creep into your heart.
Is this really the best you...
She applies more pressure.
This is the end.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path. You're here.
I think it's supposed to be like what happens after.
You're being adjusted.
All right, let's go in
If that's
and
what you
take
want.
the knife
I guess
throughout.
I'd.
Oh, it's the voice of the broken. Okay.
The interior of the cabin is
Ooh.
larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and we should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen. You take the blade from the altar It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement. My guy need to hit the guy and get strong enough to win over a tied up princess.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Maybe she's
revealing
not
a
a regular
spiral
princess.
staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Incense. Interesting.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear?
Oh, wow.
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh my god, she sounds so
You
sinister.
weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
Yeah.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Excuse me, mommy voice? I'm sorry, what? Dommy mommy.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue downstairs. Let's see how she looks. I think she's gonna
Making
look
your way
so
down
scary.
The spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers
Whoa.
over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Yeah, her voice is so beautiful.
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Let's go all out, I think. Okay, bye, Adventure. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you. Thank you for the lurk. Oh. Tighten your grip or drop it. Let's tighten.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor, but we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us.
She really is.
You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
If our hero gets slapped around again. This is like Yes Honey meme. I knew her. Wait, what's a Yes Honey meme?
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
Feet. Oh yeah, her feet is so close to us.
You shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Remain silent.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen? You're less broken than I thought. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Ah, we're gonna commit seppuku.
Right. It's what she wants. No objections
No,
here.
I agree, Aldo. I think she can defeat us.
Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh shit. Interesting. Okay, I got no choice but to pick up the blade. You'll be sorely disappointed in this game then, Sarvan, because I don't think, yeah, in all the versions we've been to, we've never actually been able to slay the princess in all the different alternate endings. They'll come back again and again and
You
again.
reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway. You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
Right. Oh yeah, we did slay the princess. The very first one. And then I don't think we ever successfully did it again.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't
What?
have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
And this, oh my god, and myself. No.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take
No.
another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
We will be back.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
The description is so good and so
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her. It's what she wants. You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you.
I'm just
Despite the
making
pain,
the
you
death
manage to
much
keep
more
yourself in one
painful.
piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
And they against slay the
Or
princess.
you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
Dormammu, I come to bargain.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
Are we killing her, Aldo? Do you think we're
This would
winning?
be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you
forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what
Reading
she
in
has
Blood
to
Lost
do.
contents, yes. 'Tis but a scratch.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Yeah, she'd be a big woman.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Ooh, should we slay her or be a pet? Stab, stab, stab. Or pledge ourselves to her. So interesting. I'm so interested to see what happens. Okay, you know what? We shouldn't save Scum, right? Because whatever it is, we have to go through all routes anyway. Alright, Chet wants to slay her. We'll stab her.
No.
Yes, though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Oh my god. The knife is so tiny.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling
Oh my
wet
god.
pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
Oof.
Your body is crushed
Oh.
as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear. as the two of you perish together.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Hilda is just crazy. Just
Don't let
feeding
those
off
be
all
your
this
final thoughts.
energy.
You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that? I think he's upset. What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a...
If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Oh, this is so interesting. Like, at this point, I still have the option to, like, just turn around and leave. Ah! So many choices! Ah. It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better listen to me when the time comes to make a choice.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten to say anything.
What a crock of shit.
Voice of the Stubborn, a new voice. Oh.
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
We died! If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't
The
think
music's
that's
so
gonna
eerie.
change.
Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through.
Good.
Can we kill Broken? If only. Oh my gosh, this place is so
It isn't long
creepy.
before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. That's it? No, I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
Fair.
If there's still a princess in the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were
Oh,
before.
grow a spine,
Cut it
Broken.
out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop. Why?
Oh.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it.
It's
A
so
viscous fluid
disgusting.
seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's that mirror. You didn't mention the mirror last time either. Why?
Mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Just to tell us where the door is. I I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
What are you trying to say?
He thinks we've lost. That we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Broken just sounds like smitten, but just really
Don't you
sad
wanna know what we're seeing
and desperate.
We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already.
Okay, that sounds like
Do
Aldo.
whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Smash it!
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges. Why am I not surprised? You step forward.
Oh no, I
into
didn't take the blade
darkness.
with me.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom
No.
beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably.
Should we load? I wanna like take the knife through all this. Okay. Slay the princess.
Yes, the wind chief gusts as you find your target again.
So what if I'm speaking?
He does
Good. We're all on. Isn't that's it? I'd rather not wait.
The interior of the cabin is a place that
You take the blade. Good. A mirror? Just tell us where the door. What are you trying to? You step forward.
Smash
Bring
it!
your fist crashing down against the door as if
Okay.
on command.
Aldo
Slowly-
would be
Why
proud
am I
of
not
me.
surprised? You step forward into the dark.
the
Okay.
stairs leading down
Thank
to
you.
the basement are
That
at
wasn't
once
that
both
far
narrow
back.
and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably
Oh, he's
at your
proud.
sides.
Aww.
You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood
Ugh.
twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat. See how you've soured my once divine melody.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
She sounds so angry.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
I really feel stubborn as Aldo right now.
Is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on.
If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
Continue down the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are
Oh,
painted
her
in
design
blood,
is so
a
cool.
deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment,
of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
This is nice, right?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
Let's just say. She's scaring me.
And then, with a nauseating sound,
no.
the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
Oh
She
no.
is loose, and she let
Her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
I'm going to end you, slay the princess.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess.
Wow.
Your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow. It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. With a horrifying squelch,
Oh god.
you are unwound. No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive.
We're not out for the count just yet.
You damn cheater. Give me my insides back. I didn't kill you last night because you were going to end the world. All this is- Can you imagine it was like Back for Blood? Oh man. There's no time for words. Step forward and engage the enemy. Oof. I'm kind of torn between that and where is this all supposed to end? Can't we can't just keep killing each other forever. Inside's not important. Stubborn is your friend. There's no time for words. Step forward and engage your enemy.
Skin flayed and organs flapping, you charge towards the princess.
Not a very dramatic noise.
That's right. She'll never stop us.
Oh wow, that is.
Still you defy your god! I've made the mistake of underestimating your resolve before! Never again!
As you swing for her heart, what's left of you explodes. So that's it. It's over.
So we didn't kill her.
Of course it's over. It's been over since the very first moment we laid eyes on her.
This is the final note of your discordant melody. You will not return again, because you will live in that single tone forever.
No! It's not over! We're a god killer! We've returned from death itself twice!
Didn't you hear her? We're not dead.
What's the difference? From many perspectives, there isn't one. But functionally, that is, from your perspective, the difference is massive. You are entirely laid bare, spread to each corner of the room. Yet you are wholly aware
God.
of the state you're in. Incapable of movement, but entirely capable of perception. In fact, perceiving your state is the only thing you can currently do. You are preserved, perfectly, in the amber of her torment. We're more than this. We've lost bodies before. We just have to lose this one and make another.
Oh my god. She's gonna get worse. She gets worse every time we get to a new cabin.
Who said anything about getting to a new cabin?
No, we make something new here.
It won't matter if you do. She'll just pull us apart again.
And preferably, we make something without him.
Sounds so Eldo. I can't do anything right now. She's not letting me.
We're better than her. You made things happen last time, so make them happen again. I'm with you.
Shed this vessel for the next.
Absolutely not. I refuse to let you just decide to die with your task unfinished. If you die here, the world is doomed.
But you do die. There is a great release as you lose your grip on what's left of your flesh and blood. And yet, you're still here.
Your Honor, where the hell are you? Are you already at the Princess? This place is different. Rotten. Death all around us. I want to go back.
Yeah, funky music and a new voice.
So you've returned already, and I remain here. Is this our final destination?
The Princess tilts her head to look at you, and with a gesture, you are unwound. Again? Already?
Clearly I left you with too much room last time. Perhaps this cell will hold you better.
You know what to do. Again.
Again!
Your Honor, she's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
You, guy who describes things, you better start saying what we do this time.
And what are you doing?
Attacking her, obviously.
Right. You charge towards the Princess and...
There is no spark in you, only matter devoid of life.
you explode.
Again.
You let yourself go, and you are living once more.
You're on a path. We are not on a fucking path. I have no idea where we are.
We're in the middle of a fight, so act like it.
So you are. Okay, you dive towards the Princess and we're unwound. Yes, her head swivels creakily on her neck, fire in her eyes as your body unravels with blinding pain.
No.
Again.
Again! You have no body. You exist. You are reborn.
You're on a...
No time. You narrate now.
Yes, of course. Pristine blade grasped firmly in your hands, you fly towards the Princess before she can turn to face you. You might actually do it this time.
I can feel that body of yours slicing through the air. How many more times will I have to scatter you?
As she turns towards you, the very essence of your being begins to flake away. Your muscles, then organs, then nerves laid bare and screaming as the rest of you is stripped of substance. Oh, boo-hoo. It's just a body.
It just needs to last long enough to sink this blade into her heart.
It doesn't last. You are disintegrated. Everything goes dark.
But there is no you to die.
How many times do I need to pulverize you before you finally understand? You are nothing. An empty void that dared to dream it was alive.
That feels right.
If we're nothing, then why are we still here?
Because we always have been. If we're nothing, then how can we do anything? The same way we always have. Being nothing has never stopped us. Now end this. End her.
You cannot win if you cannot be.
End this. Also, my cursor looked different now. A force races towards the princess's exposed heart. Threads of texture pulled from an all-encompassing nothing.
How? I've scattered the atoms you clung to and there was nothing there to find. You can't exist.
The threads pierce her heart and cradle her spirit.
It's over.
Oh, I think I understand you now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do the things I did to you. I don't think I knew what I was doing.
She sounds genuine. They always do in the end.
Oh wow.
It's cold, but I'm going to be okay, right?
Man, this game gets so dark. Also, yeah, this was very interesting, Hekaton. You do not get the chance to respawn. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. And there's that.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into the reflection. I feel a connection with Stubborn. I wonder why. Yo, you haven't seen this route before, Ryan. I'm glad I could show it to you. More voices, yes. Silence as you reach forward. You're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're unraveled. It's 10:20. You find yourself in the long quiet again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Okay, bye Hekaton. Thanks for dropping in. And thank you for watching my YouTube video. Have a good night. Yeah, we're gonna end soon after this as well. Night night.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessel had one? Oh wait, I think we asked this before.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know for a fact. Does it when I find him, you and I are finally gonna... He does. And when I find him, you and I are finally gonna have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Oh?
I will be here, waiting for you.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay.
And at the end,
Ah, congratulations, Aldo, on your freedom. And what will you do next aside from playing Sun Wukong? Let's see, who can we raid? Slay Queen, thanks for the stream. Thank you, Zybin, for being here. Ooh, Alan's playing Dead Space. Ooh. Tempting. Yeah. I'm for Dead Space. Let's go. I'm just gonna blend the princess. Oh, this is Dead Space remake. Let's go. Alright, gang. I'm gonna bring you guys over. Gonna copy and paste that message as per usual. Thank you everybody for joining me today. I'll see you guys on Monday. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and thanks for hanging out with me and having fun.